Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Michael Fenton.
And I'm Sergio Mata, and welcome to Troy Baseball.
This afternoon's broadcast showcases the Yorba Mustangs and the Troy Warriors. The Mustangs come into the game 12-6-1, and Troy is 12-7, so it's sure to be a great game. We are here at the Troy Varsity Baseball Field. It is a beautiful 75 degrees, and we look forward to first pitch at 3:15 p.m.
This is a league game between the Warriors. The Mustangs are 3-1 in league this year, and Troy is 1-5. So hopefully the Warriors can improve their league record to match their overall success. Michael, who are some Warriors that have led the team this year?
Well, both Zach Bloom and Braden Hawkins have performed well at the plate, getting on base in last game. Also, look out for the power of Chandler Lieberman, who supplied a couple of home runs this year. I hope that we can see the power today. And Serge, who should we look out for on the other side of the diamond?
Well, Michael, Yorba has some guys that can get on base and hit for power, specifically Vaughn Sharp. He has a 4.14 average and a 4.93 on-base percentage and leads the team with 2 home runs and 8 stolen bags. Additionally, Drew Parmenter and Troy Radomski have performed well. They both have a sub-3 ERA. Maybe today will be yet another great pitcher's duel.
Thank you, Serge. Well, as we wait for the umpires to get here, I believe that it's going to be Rainier Nicholas starting on the mound for the Warriors. Rainier pitched well in his last performance, and I believe gave the Warriors a victory.
Yes, Rainier is one of those pitchers who's very versatile with his curveball, and I really look forward to seeing him perform today.
Yep, so again, just waiting for the umpires here.
Yeah.
Warriors last time lost to the Mustangs, and so looking to get a get-back game today. And we're just waiting here. Hopefully the umpires will show up soon so we can get the 3:15 start.
It's a great day out here at the varsity field for baseball, Mikey.
No, yeah, for sure. Nice sunny day. As we said before, 75 degrees, wind blowing a little bit. Beautiful day.
Yeah. You know, the Warriors are recently just coming off their Angel Stadium game. You know, Mikey, that's always a great experience to experience.
No, yeah. My freshman year, we actually went to Angel Stadium on my birthday. Ended up recording my first varsity hit there. That was a pretty great experience. The Warriors have been able to do it the past 2 years as well. Sadly, this year took a loss to Marina High School. 7-1
Yes.
was the final score on that game.
Yeah, that game's always an experience when you play at a Major League Baseball field.
Yeah, and credit to Coach Pearson, who tries to get a lot of people in, really tries to focus on the experience of everybody there, really pays attention to that and tries to, spread out the playing time a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's always a good thing. That way everyone could feel and touch the major league field. Like, that's every kid's dream, you know?
Yep, truly a great experience. Umpires here now, and so coaches will meet at home plate to discuss their lineups for the day. And so start of the game should come up soon.
Yep, I expect this to be a great fight between the Warriors and the Mustangs. Both team historically very well in offense and defense, so I just hope to witness a good game.
No, yeah. Hopefully see a close one here today. Gets the blood going, energy up, and all that good stuff.
Currently, the Mustangs are leading the North Hills Baseball League with the league record of 3-1. So they're the first place team, top-notch team in the league.
Yeah, Yorba Linda dropped down from their previous league coming into the North Hills League last year. The Warriors faced Breo Linda, who actually jumped up after taking a league title last year. And so Yorba Linda maybe a chip on their shoulder with dropping down a league. And then Troy this year was looking to maybe get a shot at a league title. We'll see if that can happen.
Yes, there's still many league games left, but this is a big one if the Warriors want to compete in this league.
Yep, and so the Warriors will take the field now as we wait for the national anthem to play and the game to begin. So the Warriors now take the field after the national anthem. And so let's go around the diamond and see who we got out there. At first base is number 7, Jack Beislein.
Yeah, Jack's one of those seniors, you know. He has a lot of experience on varsity. You love to see him out starting today.
Yep. And then over there at second base is number 11, Ryan Garibay. Transferred from Los Altos, I believe. So getting the start today at second base.
Shortstop, we have Jaden Pearson, sophomore, second year on varsity. He is really good, and let's see if he could maintain the defense and help the Warriors secure that victory.
And then over there at third base is number 17, Matias Alfaro. Was here his freshman and sophomore years, transferred his junior year, and now back again playing third base for the Warriors. Out there in left field is number 25, Braden Hawkins. Hawk, again, one of those seniors, been on varsity all 4 years now. Kind of the team captain, some would say. And so really a influential person on the team. And then out there in center field is number 24, Logan Taylor. Do you have anything you want to say on Logan, Serge?
Logan, yeah, senior. He leads by example. He's a strong hitter at the plate, and Logan's very quick in the outfield, and he has great routes to the ball. And lastly, in right field, we have sophomore Zach Bloom.
Yep, Zach Bloom, one of the key components of the Warriors' success last year in his freshman season, and so looking to help the Warriors again now. And then obviously on the bump, we have number 61, Rainier Nicholas, and then behind the plate, number 99, Little Mac McCackrin.
Let's go, Rainier.
And so the Warriors now will get it started as the first pitch is called a ball. Mustangs already getting loud on their side.
Great movement on that pitch by Rainier. You know, Rainier tends to have a lot of movement on his pitches.
Yeah, Rainier's pretty nasty. Gets it up there to around 85, I believe, with good movement. As the second pitch is in there for a strike, and we go to 1-1.
Good framework by Little Mac McCracken there.
And the 1-1 pitch. In there for strike two.
Great pitch.
Number 27, a little bit confused by that pitch, looking over to his dugout.
You know, Michael, we both caught Rainier in our past. You know, it's very hard to catch Rainier.
Yes, it is. So give Matt all the credit,
Yes.
as Rainier is pretty hard to catch sometimes. And a good take there by the leadoff guy, moving the count to 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Call the ball high at the top of the zone, and we move to 3-2. Already some action here as we get to a interesting situation of 3-2 to the leadoff guy. However this pitch goes could really impact this first inning. And he fouls that one off, staying alive as we stay 3-2. And the 3-2 pitch. Called a ball, and so number 27, Owen Smith, will get on right now by a walk from Rainier.
That looked pretty good.
I thought that was there, but umpire thought differently, as coming up to the plate now is number 2, Nathan Schneider.
That's one of those you wish you had the ABS challenge in high school baseball, not just in the MLB.
Yep, you just tap that hat and then maybe get a second look at that.
For sure.
Some would say it's ruining the game, as it's part of the human element that makes baseball baseball. Picked off attempt, and number 27, Smith, dives in safely. But yeah, that robo umpire, how do you feel about that, Serge?
I like it because some games end in like a bad call by the umpire, and I feel like it's not fair, you know.
No, yeah, I agree with you. Shows bunt, McCackrin Fumbles the ball there, but it's okay.
Good save. That was almost a wild pitch.
Yep, called time. That's where we talked about it's sometimes hard to catch Rainier. With the velo and break that he has, he also has some control issues at times, and so figuring out what type of day it is going to be for him is really important when catching him.
Count currently 2-0, runner on first here in the top half of the inning.
Yeah, Matias Alfaro coming up, playing a bunt defense here, expecting Schneider to bunt, hoping to limit the gains they have.
There we go.
Strike in there as we move to 1-1. No bunt shown there, so maybe the Warriors reevaluate, but we'll see.
It's a great pitch by Rainier. You know, Coach Pearson giving the signs to the infield and the pitcher, also the catcher, to execute the play.
Yep, and so Rainier comes set. They show, slash. And that ball drops in there in shallow left center on a slash there. Not always what you want to do on a slash is pop that ball up. Makes it a little hard for the base runners. But, you know, that one worked out there for the Mustangs as Hawkins and Taylor were playing a little further back. And so that brings up number 25, Von Sharp, who we talked about earlier.
Yes. He's hitting in that 3 spot, looking to get an RBI here early in this top half inning.
Yep, Sharp with 2 home runs on the season already. That big, stocky frame. A Yorba Linda football player who played in the All-Star game, coached by our coaching staff here at Troy. First and second here with no outs for the Mustangs. And so Rainier Nicholas comes set for the 0-0 pitch. Swung on and hit deep to center field. Logan Taylor turning back, misses it, hits the base of the wall, and it looks like 2 are gonna.
They held him up at third.
So only 1 comes to score. Good relay there to keep the damage to a minimum as Von Sharp hits a double, giving the Mustangs a lead in the top of the first inning.
Like you said, Mikey Sharp's one of their dangerous hitters for that Yorba Linda lineup.
Yep, and so you see him use his power to get over the head of Taylor and drive in a run.
Off the batter's eye.
Yeah, and then now coming up to the plate, number 7, Michael Talbot.
Runners on second and third. No outs for the Warriors.
Yep.
Yorba Linda up.
Rainier already in a tough situation as Rainier gets Talbot swinging through that one. High fastball goes to 0-1. Still no outs here in the top of the first with 2 runners on and a run scored already at this point.
That's that firm fastball we were talking about by Rainier, you know. He could bring the heat, that's for sure.
Yes. Rainier, one of those things he really has is that arm strength. So let's see if he can use that to get out of the inning today. Pick play, and the ball's thrown away by Nicholas.
Runner safely advanced to third base. Run scores 2-0 Yorba Linda.
And so that will bring in the second run of the inning and move Sharp up to third base, still with no outs. That's one of the dangers of those pick plays. High risk, high reward, as some would say. You execute it correctly, and you can get a runner sleeping there at second base, but you mess up, and stuff like that can happen.
Yes. Great head coaching skills by Pearson. You saw him call that play. However, Rainier just overthrew the ball.
Bunt shown there by Talbot, putting a squeeze on, so maybe we'll see the infielders come up a little bit to try and limit the damage early.
This is a number 4 hitter. Usually number 4 hitters could hit for power, so you would want to limit the damage, as you said, early.
Yep, so let's see what happens. 1-1 pitch. Called strike as we move to 1 and 2. And now let's see if Rainier can get the first out of the inning here and maybe put the Warriors in the right direction. Good block by Matt McCackern there as he struggled to find it a little bit, but keeps the runner at third at bay, which is really his job at the moment as Nicholas goes to 2-2.
Correct. You don't want nothing getting by McCracken in this situation because that obviously would score the run at third. Great block, you know. That's what these coaches teach. Get down and make sure it doesn't go by. Block the ball.
Yep, down and dirty, use the body, all that gear you got on.
Yep.
So Rainier finishes tying his shoe and steps up here to the mound.
Count currently 2-2. Rainier looking to put number 7 away.
Let's see if he can get him here. Steps onto the mound.
Personally, I would do off-speed, Michael. What would you do in this situation?
I don't know. I think you've beat him with a fastball, so maybe go back to that. But he takes what you do, and that's lined over the shortstop Pearson's head, bringing in another run as the Warriors now fall to 3-0.
Still with no outs, Mikey. You want to get out of this situation before it gets any worse.
Yeah, 3-0 early, not where you want to be, really digging yourself in a hole. And so let's see if Rainier can get out of it or if he'll need help from the bullpen. Number 31 here comes up. And is the number 5 hole for the Mustangs. Picked here. And number 7 dives in safely.
Good idea. Good quick move by Rainier Nicholas. Just keeping an eye on that runner just in case he decides to steal a bag. But you know, Little Mac is known for his strong arm.
Yeah, you know, one of those things that you need to do is keep that runner at bay as he takes off and that ball gets behind McCackern there looking to come up throwing. And so number 7, Michael Talbot, will advance on that wild pitch from Rainier as the count moves to, I believe, 0-1. Apparently he swung on that pitch. Might have been a hit and run that was on as the batter there sells out to swing in no matter what to keep that runner protected. Now we have a runner on second. And he uses that fastball to beat the batter's barrel, moving the count to 0-2.
It's that firm fastball we're talking about. It could just blow by that any hitter, you know, Rainier. Strong arm.
Yep, here's one of those moments as a pitcher, you kind of have whatever you want, as you can go back to that fastball or you could go to one of those nasty off-speed pitches. And he picks the fastball, barely gets the tip of the bat, and so he fouls that one off.
Yes.
And we stay 0-2.
It's a great day for baseball. You can see that American flag off the batter's eye, the wind, the crowd. It's a great day.
Yep. You know, today, fun fact, is actually Jackie Robinson Day. So members of the Major League Baseball around the nation today wearing the number 42 in honor of him.
Yes, that's such an honor to always be wearing that number 42, especially in the big leagues.
And that pitch down. So let's see what Rainier can do here. 1-2, looking for that first out of the game still, as 3 runs have already come in to score for the Mustangs. Fouled off again. And number 31 staying alive, doing a good job here, running the pitch count up for Rainier early, which is not something the Warriors want.
Yes, they teach 2 strikes, protect the plate. You don't want to go down looking.
Yeah, for sure. And number 31 doing a good job of that right now.
And the pitch.
And that one called a ball
Ooh, that looked
by the
good.
umpire. Again, one of those pitches that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
That looks good to us up here in the booth. Maybe want that ABS challenge.
For sure. Great movement on the ball from Rainier Nicholas.
Yep.
Almost like a 12-6 curve, you know?
Yeah, Rainier, really nasty.
Yes.
But we move to 2-2 here. As he comes set and delivers the pitch. And he hits him in the top of the helmet. And so number 31 takes first base. Still no outs here for the Warriors, as Coach Pearson will come out to talk to Rainier.
You know, Mikey, you want to limit the damage before it's too hard to dig yourself out of it, you know? The Warriors trying to look to hold this lead to a 3-run lead.
Yep, you know, the Warriors only 1-6 in league at the moment, I believe. Really need this win to keep their hopes alive of maybe having a run at a league championship. And so getting down early is not the way you want to do that. So let's see what he can do here as we get a replay of the hit by pitch. Got him right there at the base of the helmet. Really dangerous spot. Good thing is it did not hit him below the helmet in any skin, because that could be dangerous, especially up there at the top of the back neck area. So let's see what the Warriors can do here, try and limit the damage now, as we still have a runner on first and second with no outs.
Number 13 coming up to the plate, Jackson Long, Jr.
Yep, we see Coach Pearson as well here, kind of having a conversation with the umpire about the zone, maybe seeing some things that he doesn't like, as we already had mentioned, maybe some inconsistencies with the zone that he believes, but umpire dismissing him, sending him back to the dugout.
Yes, those are great ones to argue about. That those pitches did look like strikes up here in the booth.
Yep, so let's see what Rainier can do here. Still with no outs, a runner in first and second. Maybe a bunt situation here early. Good spot to do it. And you see him show. And Rainier fakes a pickoff back. Right there, that pick play, really not on to try and get a runner out, but on more to see if that hitter will square around a bunt. And then you see him square around, and so the Warriors are able to put on a bunt defense play, maybe limit the Mustangs' ability to effectively run their bunt play.
Yes.
So we see this here as Rainier comes set. Checks the runner, and they run the play. Squares around, bunts it down the line. Rainier fields it. Fires. And he's out. What a play right there by the second baseman, Garibay, to get over Rainier with nearly an errant throw. Gets him as Garibay makes a really athletic play, going across the bag and in motion as the Yorba head coach comes out to argue the call. Comes over to the home plate umpire now, looking to appeal that one. So let's see.
Let's see if we get a replay on this one. And they overturned the call.
And the call is overturned, calls him safe. Home plate umpire obviously saw something, as now Coach Pearson will come out to ask that.
Yes, you know, that is a crucial call because that gives the Troy Warriors momentum in their first out of the ball game.
Yep, Coach Pearson here arguing his side now, but likely not really going to get any traction in an argument that's already been overturned.
Let's take a look at the replay.
Take a look. Good bunt by the runner there. And you see Garibay come across.
Seems to not have touched the bag. Maybe that's why they overturned the call. I think the throw caused him to drift to the left a little bit.
Yep, that throw just a little bit off, and while you're running over to the base, it's really hard to set yourself up to get in a good position for that. Garibay did a really good job, though, of at least catching that ball, as if that ball gets away, a lot more damage for the Warriors. Good pitch there from Nicholas to go 0-1 with the bases loaded.
For the Mustangs, we have Joshua Garza, senior infielder. Here with the bases loaded, still no outs for our Warriors.
Corners playing up for the Warriors. Maybe something hit to them, they'll come to the plate, but those middle infielders staying back, trying to roll a double play up the middle. Ground ball, hits Beisline's glove, no one covering first base. And he's safe.
Garibay bobbles the ball. It was a bang-bang play, but
Rainier there, the one who needs to get over on that play to first base, made a difficult play for Garibay coming down the other way. Beisline and Garibay doing as much as they could, but they don't get the out there. And so
bases
the
loaded.
Mustangs score again, keep the bases loaded.
We have some action in the bullpen. Number 1, Slater Sanchez warming up. He's getting loose in the pen. With bases loaded, still no outs. You know, Slater's one of those guys who's a really all-around good baseball player. Slater could pitch, he could also hit, and he's also really fast. So you'd love to see Slater get in.
Yep, for sure. So let's see if Rainier is going to need the help or if he can try and wiggle his way out of this one. Is the pitch on the way? Ball wide. Might see Rainier slow down a little bit just to try and give Slater and the bullpen a little more time to warm up. You know, Coach Pearson take maybe a little bit longer to call the signs. McCachran maybe a little bit longer to relay them to Rainier. And Rainier maybe just a longer hold of the ball.
For sure.
Execute some smart baseball here, you know.
Yes.
You see Rainier step off.
Slater's currently getting loose in that pen rather quickly.
And so Pearson calls time, just stalling at that point. And so Rainier will likely come out of the game here.
Yes.
As he gives Sanchez an extra minute to warm up. So the umpire comes out.
What do you think they're saying out there? Oh, we're giving Rainier. Yes.
You know, Pearson highly likely to make the call to the pen for Slater here. Talking to the umpire official about those first base calls.
Yep, having a conversation here. You know, one of the tactics that coaches will use to get a conversation with the umpires going out for a mound visit, just waiting for them to get out there. You know, Pearson trying to give that umpire a piece of his mind of what he thought he saw.
Yes, here we see the base hit that went to center field.
And so Slater Sanchez will come into the game here as Rainier's day is done.
Rainier,
passes the ball off to Sanchez.
Rainier was unfortunately unable to record an out here in the top half of the first, but let's hope Slater could do the opposite and really help our Warriors succeed here in this inning.
Yep. And so Sanchez, the lefty, coming in, hoping to limit the damage as he finds himself in a bases loaded situation.
It's good to see Slater on that bump. You know, Slater has a really good curveball, And he's overall a well-rounded player. Slater loosening up.
And so Sanchez here will try to get the Warriors out of it as number 37 comes up to the plate. Bases loaded, no outs still for the Warriors. Looking to limit the damage here as the Mustangs get on to an early lead.
That is Conrad Butler at the plate, sophomore.
And the pitch here. Ball in, gets away from McCackeren.
Oh.
And the ball gets away from Sanchez.
Just off the top of the glove. Runner comes in to score 5-0 Yorba Linda. Runners on second and third, still no outs.
Not the start you want as a pitcher coming into the game. But let's see if he can shake it off and get after it now.
Yep. Off the top half of Slater's glove, but he's one of those pitchers who bounces back. You know, Slater has that fight in him and won't give up. So let's see if Slater could bounce back here.
From the windup. Ground ball. Third base side gets by down the line as that'll score 2. And number 37 is held to a single as those runs come in to score. And it is now 7-0 in the first inning.
Still no outs. Not the way you wanted to start for this Warriors team.
Yep, and you see that one just hit right down the line past the diving glove of Matias Alfaro.
Great effort by Matias Alfaro. One of those guys who gives it his all in the infield.
Yep, but the batter runner only getting a single there, as now with the lefty shortens up his lead a little bit. And that's a ball inside.
Number 33, Jaden Whitler Jr. up to the plate.
9-hole hitter, as after him the lineup will turn back over to number 27, Owen Smith. Ball high, and it is now 2-0.
Good job by McCracken framing those pitches the best he can. Let's see if Slater can draw in a strike here.
Fouled off of McCackeren's mask. Umpire going out, give his catcher a little bit of a break. You know, that relationship that catchers and umpires build, you kind of protect each other. You're back there on an island for most of the game. You really get to know each other. And so also the coach, Jose Nava, coming out to check on McCackeren.
Yes, every game there's that bond between the umpire and catcher, like how you said, you know. It's always good times as catchers and umpires.
For sure, as McCackeren says he's okay. And so the batter will step in as the 2-1 pitch on the way from Sanchez. Swings through that one, and it is now 2-2. Opportunity here for Sanchez to capitalize and get the first out of the game for the Warriors.
Yes, hopefully we can see a double play be turned here. Runner on first, no outs. Let's get 2 for the price of 1 here.
2-2 pitch. Fouled off. The Mustangs doing a good job here battling with 2 strikes.
Yes, like how we said earlier, you don't want to go down looking at any point.
Yeah. One of those worst things to see on the score sheet is that backwards K.
For sure. We see it a lot in the big leagues nowadays, you know. Those curveballs are nasty in those big leagues.
For sure. And so the 2-2 pitch again from Sanchez. Slider, called strike 3. Just as we said, that backwards K. as the Warriors get the first out of the game, and the lineup turns back over to number 27, Owen Smith.
Yep, we called it. You know, Slater has a great off-speed pitch, 2-strike count. Love to see it from Slater Sanchez.
Now with 1 out, Sanchez here probably looking for a double play, wanting something down in the zone that could get the batter to roll over as he brushes the batter 27 back, as it is ball 1.
Owen Smith, number 27, here with 1 out. 7-0 currently. Slater looking to get out of this.
Smith led the game off with a walk that gave the Mustangs their life early.
Yes, as a leadoff hitter, you always want to get on base any way you can, whether that's a bunt, a walk, a little base hit.
Yep, looking back on that first at-bat, you really see how important that was. It was a 3-2 count, and Smith's able to win that one and give the Mustangs a rally early, and they put up 7.
Yes, they did. Leadoff hitters always key in a lineup. As you see, like the Angels, Zach Neto, you know, leading off. One of those good, strong leadoff hitters.
Yep, 3-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. One of those that Sanchez counting on Smith not to swing, and Smith doesn't. And so Sanchez maybe gets away with one. Big approach sometimes is 3-0 pitch, you don't swing. I remember I had one of my coaches tell me, if you're going to swing on the next one, why not swing on that one? As that one's popped up down the line at first base, and that one drops fair.
Fair ball. That just sneaked in that foul line.
Garibay gets over there, and that one's able to fall in. Something that some people call the Bermuda Triangle, as it's hard. You got 3 people coming in. One of them has to make a decision of who's going to catch it, and so that one falls in for a base hit. As now coming up is number 2, Nathan Schneider.
Yes.
I actually grew up with Nathan, and his dad was my coach, Coach Snyder. Shout out to you if you're watching.
One out, runners on first and second, batter calls time. Schneider in that second spot in the batting order, looking to get an RBI here. Let's see if our Warriors can turn a double play between Garibay and Pearson.
Yep, looking for that double play, get out the inning.
For sure.
As a situation the Warriors have found themselves in already is first and second. And the pitch. Line down to Zach Bloom there in right field. And it'll be another stop in the trip for each of the base runners as they move up 90 feet. And the bases are now loaded here for Sharp, who hit a double off the wall his last at bat.
Let's see the replay here by Snyder's base hit.
Good contact there through the ball, and so now tough situation for the Warriors.
For sure. Sharp, one of the power hitters, hitting in that 3 spot.
Sanchez in the windup with the bases loaded. Time called by the batter. Sanchez now steps off.
Bases loaded. Let's see if we could roll a double play here between the middle infielders.
Yep, you see Matias Alfaro playing in the baseline. And then the first baseman, Jack Beisline, playing behind the runner. So we'll see what's going on here. Beisline likely going to turn a double play, as well as Alfaro. Just looking for those 2 outs, because if you get those 2, then you don't have to try and make a play at the plate.
You want to see that 6-4-3 double play here.
Yep, and the pitch down as the count moves to 2-0.
Sharp stepping into that batter's box.
Sanchez maybe pitching around him a little bit as Sharp has that power. Already has 2 home runs on the season.
For sure.
That one down, 3-0.
But at the same time, you don't want to walk in a run.
That is the hard part here, is Sharp's already demonstrated his power, but one of the worst things you can do is walk him in, as the Mustangs do not struggle as they keep going down the lineup so far.
Let's see if Sharp will be swinging here 3-0. What would you do, Mikey? Swing?
And they get a pick play a second, and he's called out. And so now Sanchez is able to erase one of the runners and open up a bag, so maybe you're able to give Sharp the free pass. What a play there by Sanchez.
Yeah.
Such a quick play.
Pearson received it with ease, tagged that runner quickly, and was able to record the out.
Yep, great throw, great tag. And so that moves the Warriors 1 out closer to getting out of this jam.
For sure.
3-0 here, though, with an early lead. Maybe you can get after this one. Picked off towards first base.
You know, Slayers always has a good move, you know. As a lefty, he's able to pick back to first with ease.
Oh, yeah. And so still 3-0 here with 2 outs now for Sharp. And the pitch. Called strike. Sharp thought that one was a ball. And he comes back to the box with 1 strike now.
Three and 1 here, 2 outs. See if the Warriors could get out of this top half jam.
And that's a walk for Sharp.
It's a great pitch.
Yep. That pickoff at second base now coming into play as Slater's able to give Sharp the free pass and not walk in a run, as now Michael Talbot will come up to the plate with the bases loaded.
Number 4 hitter, as we said, the power hitter in the lineup.
Yeah, Talbot's second time up. Last time got up with runners on second and third after Sharp's double. Let's see what he can do here as Slater looks to get the Warriors out of the jam. Ball down.
Great stop by McCracken. You know, you don't want to allow a wild pitch or a pass ball, as another run would score. Good job by Little Mac keeping it.
Ball down again, down at the feet of Talbot as he moves to 2-0.
McCracken switching the balls as the Sanchez spiked the ball. You always want to get the best grip on the ball, you know, ensure that the pitcher has the best ability to throw his off speeds.
The 2-0 pitch on the way now. Ball high. Three and 0 here for Talbot as Sanchez needs to put one in the zone here to keep himself from walking in a run. Talbot here, see what he does. Ball down, and that'll bring another one to the plate for the Mustangs as their lead extends to 8.
Yeah, 2 outs here. Let's see if our Warriors could get out of a jam, you know. This feels like the longest top half of an inning, especially to begin a game, you know.
Hey, never know. Careful. Be smart, Sharpie.
Yep, we got another bases loaded situation here for the Warriors. Pitch one of the at-bat is outside and high, as the count is now 1-0, excuse me.
We have some more action in that bullpen for the Warriors here in the first half of the inning. Sebastian Madden Jr. warming up in that pen.
And the count is 2-0 now.
Bases loaded here for our Warriors. Let's see if they can get out of this jam. Mustangs putting on pressure early.
Ball down. Good block by McCachran. Matt McCachran already having to work back there today as a long inning. Tough on the knees as a catcher, you know, but Matt is strong, can handle it.
For sure. Let's see if our Warriors can bounce back in the bottom half of the first. Slater receiving signs, 3-0 count. You don't want to walk him here.
Wind up with a pitch. Strike in there, number 31. Full take there, was not going to swing pretty much no matter what. Hasn't seen a pitch close, so that's kind of what you want to do there in that situation, up early, and so make that pitcher work. Make him throw you something good. As a 3-1 pitch. Called strike there. Hasn't been called a strike all day, but the Warriors will take that.
For sure. You know, Andrew Cherney is the only freshman, number 31. Only the freshman listed on that varsity roster, so you love to see when freshmen play.
Well, good for him, as now the 3-2 pitch coming on. Runners in motion gonna happen probably, so fielders will have to go across the diamond as it moves to 3-2.
Yeah. Slater, 3-2 count here.
Sanchez in the windup steps off. Wants another sign again. Runners in motion, and that one hits him. And so the Mustangs will bring another to the plate as they were unable to capitalize on that opportunity. The Warriors were looking for an out. As now the lead is 9-0, getting through the entire lineup almost one more time again. And Pearson comes out for a visit, pushes his fielders back, wants to just talk to Sanchez and McCachran.
I can hear you.
Sanchez and McCachran just talking about what they want to do here.
Yes. 9-0, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Getting to do or die here for the Warriors to get out of the inning, as a 9-run deficit is really hard to come back from. So let's see if Sanchez can get the Warriors out of it right here. Bases loaded still with 2 outs now.
Jackson Lang Jr. up to the plate, number 13. Fouled off.
Swung on and fouled off, as it is 0-1 here. Oh, and 1 here. As Sanchez in the windup.
Batter calls time here.
Sanchez in the windup. Steps off.
Nine zero here. Our score.
Windup in the pitch. Called strike as that one brings the count to 0-2 as Sanchez here looks to put the Mustangs' first inning run away.
Let's see if we can get out of this inning. Slater kicks and deals.
Swung
Ground ball.
on, ground ball up the middle. Pearson cuts to the bag, and the Warriors finally get out of it as they are now down 9-0 going into the bottom of the first. Let's see if the Warriors are able to get after it at the plate and maybe cut this lead down.
Here in the bottom half of the inning, our Warriors looking to rally back in this one. Pitcher Troy Radomski takes the ball for the Mustangs.
Has a 2.7 ERA at the moment. 5 wins in 8 appearances with 4 starts.
Catching for the Mustangs here, sophomore Conrad Butler. Leading off for our Warriors, number 25, senior Braden Hawkins.
Let's see if Hawk can get us started here. Get the Warriors off to a start that the Mustangs had.
We love to hear the walk-up song here on the varsity field. Always pumps up the batter, you know?
Strike in there, 0-1.
Jaden Pearson on deck in the second spot. And in the hole, sophomore number 35, Zach Bloom.
And that one hits Braden as free passes may be the name of the game today.
For sure. That leadoff hitter, any way you could get on, is always great.
Yeah, and now coming up to the plate, sophomore number 2, Jaden Pearson. The Warriors are young but experienced. A lot of the team made up of sophomores and juniors, but those sophomores and juniors, most of them being returners.
For sure. Troy Radomski on the bump with a runner on first.
Pearson swings on that one and fouls it back.
Pops it up over our heads. Like the first strike approach.
Umpire telling Coach Pearson to put his helmet on. Coach's safety is not one that the umpires are messing around with.
Yes, you love to see Pearson take a swing at that first pitch fastball.
Pitch. Curveball, ground ball, shortstop, goes over to second base. And that ball gets past the first baseman. Catcher backing up as that is out number 1 for the Mustangs. Pearson trades spots with Hawkins. As now coming up is Jack Beislein, the senior first baseman.
You know, Jack has a lot of experience here at the varsity level. As a sophomore, earned his varsity spot. Usually plays third base, but now we see him here as the first baseman in today's game.
First pitch swung on and lined foul.
Good first pitch approach for senior Jack Beislein.
Yep. The Warriors swinging early here and making some pretty solid contact as Beislein steps to the box for the second pitch of the at-bat. One out here as Radomski comes through, and ball number 1.
Pearson at first with a lot of speed. Hopefully we could see a little steal sign here by Coach Pearson.
Yeah, you know, maybe get a little aggressive. Fake steal there
Jack
as that one's popped up.
to shortstop.
And the shortstop makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting in the 4th spot, sophomore number 35, Zachary Bloom.
Yep, so far 2 seniors and 2 sophomores for the Warriors as we see Jack Beislein pop that one up there. A little upset with himself, feels like he should have gotten a little bit better piece of that one. Zach Bloom steps in, ball high.
2 outs for our Warriors. Let's see if Zach Bloom can get on base. Keep the little rally going. The pitch.
Swung through and fouled off.
1-1 count here for Bloom.
1-1, important pitch as you either go to 1-2 or 2-1.
For sure.
A lot of statistics change up as he will go to 1-2. Pearson yelling down at Bloom to have a good 2-strike approach. One of the things that the Warriors really preach is being tough with 2 strikes. So let's see if Bloom's able to do that here.
Radomski.
As the pitch comes, Bloom fouls that one off. Back behind the Warrior dugout.
Radomski, one of the better pitchers for that Yorba Linda Mustangs team. As we said, ERA 2.43.
And the pitch. Curveball called a ball, and Pearson on the move. No one covering the bag there, and he's able to swipe that one without much trouble as we go to 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner on second.
Good read by Pearson. High baseball IQ on the play.
Bloom, you see that wide stance, battling with 2 strikes. A little choked up a little bit on the bat, shorten it up, make it a little bit easier to control as Pearson gets his lead from second, and the pitch comes. Bloom swings on that one and lines out to the right fielder.
Good piece by Zach Bloom, but unfortunately lines out to the right fielder.
And so that'll end the Warriors' attempted rally as the Mustangs still lead by 9 here going into the top of the second.
Slater Sanchez back out there for the second half of the inning.
Yep, Warriors gather on the mound. As coming up to the plate is number 24.
Here for the Mustangs, that is number 24, senior Joshua Garza. Slater looking to put up a 0 in this top half of the second inning.
Comes set on the pitch. In there for a strike. Slider on the outer half of the plate.
Good pitch by Slater Sanchez, off speed. Love to see it on the first pitch of the inning.
And the second pitch. Look at that. Same spot in there for another one. As the count is now 0-2 for Sanchez.
McCracken gives Slater the signs. The pitch,
Swung on and lined down.
foul.
Foul. Hit hard there. Warriors catch a break with that one being foul. As Garza likely would get on the second there.
Yes, Garza turned on that one quickly.
Oh, and 2 still for Sanchez. Comes set and delivers and hits Garza in the butt. And so Garza will get a free pass down to first base.
Now up to the plate, sophomore catcher number 37, Conrad Butler.
Garza gets his lead at first base. That one just got him right in the butt cheeks. Not a bad place to get hit if you're gonna get hit.
For sure. That is
Swung
hit.
on and hit into the gap. Zach Bloom giving chase, cuts it off.
Gets
fires
it
it in.
quickly.
As Garza's able to advance to third base. And they hold the batter to a single. As now the Mustangs are first and third with no outs.
You want
staying hot.
Yeah, I want to limit the damage early. You don't want another top half ending like last one. Now batting number 33, Jaden Whitler. Let's see if our Warriors could roll a double play here.
First and third situations, a lot of games can be on here. So let's see if the Mustangs have anything and if the Warriors have something to counteract that. Pick play to first. And the runner at first dives in safely.
And some more action in the bullpen for our Warriors. We have junior Camden Jefferson.
Swung on and popped up sky high as Garibay Sendles under that one. And there is now one out as it flips back up to the top of the order. Owen Smith now comes to the plate with one out and runners on first and third.
See if our Warriors can roll a double play here. Camden Jefferson loosening in that bullpen.
Yep, right now, big double play situation. Might see that runner at first base get into motion, stay out of the double play. But you never know, as that one's fouled back, and it is 0-1. Pitch. Called a strike there on the outer part of the plate. Smith doesn't like that call, and it moves to 0-2 now with 1 out, as maybe we see some movement at first base, staying out of the double play, as the Mustangs are good at putting the ball in play, but sometimes that can come back to haunt you, as that one's high, and it is 1-2. When you're looking for a double play, want to keep the ball down, try and get those batters to roll over on the ball, creating some weak contact on the ground, gives your infielders a chance to make some action happen.
For sure.
As the pitch comes, swung on, popped up to right field. Zach Bloom coming in, or Taylor takes it, fires home, and that runner Garza comes in safely. Taylor drifted quite a bit.
Yes, he came a
to
long
get that
way
ball
on that one.
right into Zach Bloom's territory, but Zach Bloom lets Taylor take that one and fire that ball in, as there are now 2 outs, but the Warriors are now down 10.
2 outs, runner on first.
The number 2 hole hitter, Schneider, coming back up for his 3rd at-bat now, only the 2nd inning. Ball high and outside.
That was a great play by Logan Taylor, coming a long way, all the way from center field, able to track down that ball.
No, yeah. Somewhat difficult, and position his body in the right way to try and get a throw, as that one gets away from McCachran, as the runner will advance 90 feet to second base and into scoring position. Sanchez, that one just getting in the dirt and just skipping away from McCachran.
2-0 count here, 2 outs, runner on second. Let's see if we can get out of this inning. Sanchez kicks and deals.
Swung on and hit hard.
That's gone.
As Nathan Schneider goes yard for the Mustangs.
That's a 2-run home run. It's over the left field wall. Braden Hawkins ran out of room on that ball. 12-0 Yorba Linda. All you could do there is just tip your cap to Schneider. Got a piece of that one.
Great piece of hitting there, as he got all of that one. Watch that fly.
You see the replay. Schneider enthusiastic about that homer.
I believe that's his first of the year, as he hit that one hard.
He did. Got all of it.
Now coming up, though, is Vaughn Sharp, number 25, considered the power hitter of Yorba Linda, though Schneider showing his power as well. Let's see what Sharp does here, as 2 outs are still had.
Jefferson getting
Called strike.
Jefferson getting hot in that bullpen, warming up rather quickly.
Count is 0-1 here, as Sanchez deals. Ball high. With that home run from Schneider, the Mustangs extend their lead to 12, as now in the top of the second, it is 12-0.
Yes. Number 25, Sharp, takes a ball outside.
Count is 2-1. 2 outs here.
Camden getting loose in the pen. Pitch. Matias able to field that. Throws it. Got him.
Fires across the diamond and gets him there, as the Warriors now come in for the bottom of the second, down 12, as the Mustangs put up 3 there.
Great
on
play.
The homer from Schneider and the sac fly. Let's see if the Warriors can get something done here in the bottom of the second and maybe cut into that lead and make the next few innings manageable.
For sure. Great play by Matias Alfaro, getting enough on that throw just to beat out the runner.
throw down there, as now coming up to the plate is the catcher, Matt McCacherin.
Matt McCracken hit an RBI single in the Halo Classic on Monday versus Marina High School. Let's see if he could continue his hitting ways.
Yep, that run was the only run scored by the Warriors that game. McCacherin finding some success during league, as he also was successful against Sonora. Let's see what he can do today. As the pitch comes, swung on and fired, lined into the left fielder's glove. Out number 1 for the Mustangs. Warriors finding barrels here, but just not finding grass.
Yes.
As everything they've hit so far has been to a Mustang defender.
Like Sebastian Madden's walk-up song, Ozzy Osbourne here. Madden, one of those guys who puts the ball in play, makes contact. He's a great hitter here.
One out here for Madden as the pitch comes. Swung on and fouled back. Almost gets a car. Madden and the rest of the Warriors being aggressive here early, as he lets that one go for a ball, as the count is now 1-1.
Madden looking to get on base here with 1 out.
Called strike there. Madden made an offer for it. It didn't go around, but called strike on the pitch. As it is now 1-2 here, and Madden widens up and shortens up. Puts the bat on that one, as again it is lined into the right fielder's hands. Just not able to find that open piece of grass to get the Warriors on. As Matias Alfaro now comes to the plate.
Third baseman Matias, let's see if he could continue his great hitting ways, you know, carry that momentum from that last half inning into this inning.
Yep, you see Madden just get a good barrel there, but just not able to find any grass. As Alfaro grounds that one and beats that one out, as the shortstop ranged over, able to knock that one down and fire a throw across the diamond, but not able to beat Matias to the bag. Now coming up to the plate is Ryan Garibay. Transferred actually from Lucerna High School out in Whittier, California. A junior.
Yes, Lucerna.
Playing second base today.
Pretty great baseball program, Lucerna, you know. They have a lot of good history at Lucerna High School.
First pitch to Garibay. Called strike. As Alfaro gets his lead. And the second pitch. Swung on and lined and caught.
Great play by the first baseman. Almost snuck it past that first baseman, but he made a great play on it.
Yep. Warriors, though, not going down without a fight as they're putting the bat on the ball. Just unable to find any open grass. And so the Warriors will come out for the top of the third, down 12.
Slater back out here for the top half of the third inning, looking to put up a 0 on the scoreboard.
warm-up concludes, and the Warrior infield comes out to meet at the pitcher's mound. Let's see if the Warriors can keep this one quick here in this top of the third. Get the bats back up.
Yes.
And try and shorten the Mustang lead.
Number 7, Michael Talbot Jr. up at the plate.
Shows bunt there, trying to catch the Warrior defense slack in as corner infielders playing back a little bit. Talbot showed off his speed earlier with the stolen base. Also a strong hitter. So Sanchez fires. Swung on, popped up.
Matias Alfaro gets
Alfaro calling for it and secures that one for the first out of the third inning.
Matias always been that solid infielder, you know. Ever since freshman year, he's always been really good with his glove and all around. Great baseball player for the Warriors.
Yep. Good start to the inning so far for Sanchez as he's able to get the leadoff batter Talbot.
Now batting
quickly.
freshman number 31, Andrew Cherney.
Swung on and fouled off himself in the box as the count moves to 1-1.
And then I would also like to have a varsity practice at any time. Just to start getting ready.
Grounded to Alfaro. Comes across, fires, and Baseline picks that one. Great play as Alfaro comes up, fields that, and Baseline picks the ball in the dirt to secure the second out of the inning.
Great play by Jack Beisline there. Able to dig that out of the ground and get the out.
See that chopper, and Alfaro comes up, fires it across, and just a great pick by Baseline. Just an incredible play. Sanchez truly loves it. Swung on, fouled down the line.
So you want me to email you in the morning, book us the time, June 13th, for the rest of the morning?
Oh, one pitch on the way.
Ball
Is that
outside.
Is outside. 1-1 now for Sanchez. Looking to finish this inning quickly and put a 0 up on the scoreboard for the Mustangs as he swings on that one and fouls it off the other way down the third base line. Now 1-2 for Sanchez as he has everything to work with here.
Yes. This inning moving rather quickly than the last two for our Warriors. Let's see if we can get out of this one. 1-2 count here. Sanchez deals.
Swung on and fouled into the parking lot. Misses all the cars. Luckily. Sanchez comes in and deals. Swung on and fouled
Fouled.
towards the Warrior dugout. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off
Fouled
again.
Almost hit a car there.
As we talked about the Mustangs doing a really good job at the plate of fouling balls off, extending at bats, and staying alive. One of the key parts of what they've been so successful in today.
I was gonna schedule like a fall game.
And
Strike
Sanchez
three.
catches him looking on that one and ends the inning unscathed. As the
Yes.
Warriors will now come up for the bottom of the third, still down 12.
Yes.
That pitch in there just at the bottom of the zone, as you see there. Umpire rings him up and ends the inning for the Warriors.
Good pitch by Slater, able to get out of that inning. Bottom of the third we go.
Bottom part of the order for the Warriors coming up, as it'll be Logan Taylor leading it off in this bottom half of the inning, followed by the top of the order, Braden Hawkins.
Logan Taylor hitting in that 9th spot, looking to get on base. Strong center fielder out there, has a great arm, and is really fast. Logan Taylor's favorite meal is the Olive Garden breadsticks. Mike, have you ever tried those, Mikey?
Oh, you know I love me some Olive Garden breadsticks.
Yes, those are really good,
Get you going before a meal.
for sure.
All you can eat, as that one is grounded to the third baseman Sharp, who puts Taylor away. As it'll now be the top of the order, Braden Hawkins coming up to start it. Got on base last time after being hit by a pitch. Let's see if he can get it started again, maybe in a different way.
Yes. On deck, sophomore shortstop Jaden Pearson.
Favorite MLB team for Braden Hawkins is the Los Angeles Angels. Controversial now calling them the Los Angeles Angels, as they are in Anaheim.
For sure.
As we talked about, the Warriors able to play at Angel Stadium on Monday.
Yes.
Always a fun experience, and must be a fun experience with them being your favorite team.
For sure.
As that one call the ball moves the count to 1-1.
Hawkins, one of those 4-year veterans on varsity team, captain this year. You know, Hawkins brings a lot to the table for this Warriors offense.
Ball in there, brings the count to 2-1 with one out here as Hawk steps into the plate. The pitch. Swung on and fouled down the line. Good contact from Hawkins, just a little early. Pulls that one foul. Moves the count to 2-2 here. Maybe see that two-strike approach that the Warriors are so good at. See him widen up there.
Yes.
Choke up a little bit. Going to protect mode.
Hawkins.
Swung on and grounded to the third baseman Sharp, who fires across the diamond to put Hawkins out for the second out of the inning. Both outs so far, going to the third baseman Sharp, making good solid throws over to the first baseman to secure the outs for the Mustangs.
Yeah, for sure. Sharp's very solid at that third base position, able to record his second out of the game.
Yep, and now coming up is second baseman Jaden Pearson, or shortstop, excuse me, Jaden Pearson, second hitter in the Warrior lineup. Last year played second base, as Last year's senior and team captain Nico Lopez was over there at shortstop, but this year Pearson taking over that role with his second year as he goes up and climbs the ladder there.
Pearson.
As the shortstop calls that one, calls off sharp, and secures the third out. And the Warriors go down again without a run. And so 12-0 here going into the fourth.
Yes, you know. Let's see if our Warriors can bounce back. Slater will put up another 0 here in the top half of the fourth.
See the communication there from the Mustangs as the shortstop calls off the third baseman. One of the things that makes them so successful is that communication, as number 24 will come up to the plate now. Sanchez still on the bump for the Warriors. Let's see what he can do here.
Number 24, Garza up to the plate. In this top half of the fourth, let's see if our Warriors and Slater Sanchez could look to defend and not allow any more runs this inning.
Yep, Garza, that leadoff hitter in the second inning that came in to score and gave the Mustangs that 3-run inning there, started them off. See if Sanchez can keep him from getting on this time and get another quick inning.
Yes. Count moves to 2-0 on Garza. McCracken giving the signs to Sanchez. Kick the deal.
Swung on and lined into shallow left center. Taylor cuts it off, but that is a single for Garza. As number 37, the catcher, comes up to the plate now with a runner on.
Now batting for Yorba Linda Mustangs, catcher number 37, Conrad Butler. Let's see if our Warriors could roll a double play here.
Fouled off there. Oh, and 1 there with the foul ball from Butler. As Sanchez kicks, deals. Ball gets away from McCackren as that one just pops out of his glove, fires down to second base, but not in time as the runner Garza advances. A rare mistake there from McCackren.
Yes, that's very rare. Usually you see McCracken able to frame that and squeeze it.
Yeah.
Butler digging in the plate. Count 2-1 on him.
Sanchez comes set and fires home and and that ball did get him, as Butler will get a free pass and head down to first base.
Yes, that ball did skin his jersey.
Barely got him in the shoulder. Getting a second look at that one. As, yeah, barely got him on the shoulder. See that movement of the jersey. Umpire agrees with him and sends him down to first base.
Sanchez delivers. Takes a ball low.
1-0 here.
Sanchez kicks, deals.
Called strike.
Ooh, that's a low call. But the Warriors will take it here.
Mustangs making the umpire feel that it is known that they didn't like that call. As the 1-1 pitch on the way. Called strike, and it moves to 1-2 with no outs here. And runners on first and second for the Mustangs.
Let's see if our Warriors could get it out here.
Sanchez comes set. Fires.
Got him.
Called strike, and that is strike 3. Catches Butler looking.
Great off-speed pitch. That backwards K we were talking about, Mikey.
Yep, that I believe is his second strikeout of the game. As the lineup will now turn over to Smith with 1 out and runners on first and second.
Yes, Owen Smith, one of the better hitters here on this Yorba Linda roster.
Sanchez coming set. Fires. Swung on. And fair down the third base line. Hawkins going down to the corner to get it. 1 will score. The runners will be held up at second and third. And that is an RBI double for the leadoff batter, Owen Smith.
As we can see, replay here, Owen Smith drives the ball down the left field line.
Mustangs extend their lead by 1.
Now we have Nate Schneider up.
Schneider last time showed off the power going yard over the left field fence over the head of Braden Hawkins. See if Sanchez can return the favor here.
Yes.
And strike out Schneider as that one is down. Sanchez in the windup here.
Sanchez, the kick deals.
Swung
Schneider.
on, high chopper to Garibay. Fires over to first base to get the batter Schneider, although the run does come in to score, and it is now 14-0 Mustangs in the top of the 4th. As the runner at second base also advances, as now we have a runner on third. See that there, that throw almost got away from baseline, but he's able to make the play. Those firm throws from second base, sometimes hard, as Sanchez can jam sharp up, and a little blooper out there to Garibay, who puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning. Mustangs, though, get 2 as they extend their lead to 14. Warriors coming up in the bottom of the 4th, needing to score some to cut down the Mustang lead.
Yes, bottom of the 4th we go.
And so now it is number 7, The first baseman, Jack Beislein, coming up to lead it off for the Warriors here in the bottom of the 4th. Beislein's favorite MLB team, the Los Angeles Dodgers, back-to-back World Series champions. Beislein himself hoping for a championship this year with the Warriors.
For sure.
And the pitch high, as that is ball number 1.
You know, hopefully our Warriors could punch their ticket for the CIF playoffs.
Yep, called strike there. Warriors last year able to have a playoff berth. First one in a few years, actually. Ended the drought. Looking to repeat that same thing this year, as that one is fouled off. 1-2. Zach Bloom beats number 5 from Yorba Linda, showing off the athleticism and getting that foul ball. Ball there, moves the count to 2-2 for Beislein.
You know, Mikey, our Warriors do have a record above 500, so we hope that that could punch their ticket to the CIF playoffs.
Yep, for sure. One of the things that really allowed the Warriors to go to the playoffs last year was also their 6-6 finish in league, which they hope to repeat. But let's see, as Beislein swings through that one, and he is put away, as now coming up to the plate is number 35, the sophomore, Zachary Bloom.
I also believe to qualify for CIF, you also have to do top 3 in your league, but
Yep.
I believe if you do have a record over 500, you could still punch your ticket.
Yep, for all those of you wondering at home what his walk-up is rest in peace. So let's see if Zach Bloom can hit this ball. And he hits that one pretty hard. But the left fielder, Michael Talbot, right there to put the ball away and secure the out for the Mustangs. As now the catcher, number 99, Matt McCachran, comes up to the plate.
McCracken looking to continue his league success. As stated before, he did hit an RBI single in that Halo Classic game.
Yep, you see Zach Bloom just putting the ball the other way, hitting it pretty well, but right into the hands of the Mustang defense. As pitch comes. Strike taken by McCachran. Not what he's looking for there early in the count.
McCracken, one of those guys who could hit it over the fence.
Yep, had a grand slam actually against Ayala High School to give the Warriors the victory.
Yes, big critical grand slam in that game.
See if he can do something similar here and put the Warriors on the board here in the bottom of the 4th, as the 1-1
It's fouled off.
fouled away.
14-0 here at the Troy Warrior Varsity Field. Burgers are being cooked, hot dogs as well on the grill.
Yep, just a beautiful day for baseball, as we mentioned earlier. Sunny day, nice breeze going, as that one is grounded to the shortstop, who clanks it as McCachran gets on there.
Safely. Runner on first, 2 outs.
Sebastian Madden now coming to the plate for the Warriors. Fun fact about him is he plays middle linebacker on our Troy Warrior football team.
Yes, you love to see those dual sport athletes, including yourself and myself, you know. You doing football and track this year, me doing basketball and track.
Yes, as that one is hit hard in the 5-6 hole, gets through. Sebastian Madden gets himself a single and extends the inning, giving Matias Alfaro a shot to maybe give the Warriors a run, as he will come up to the plate now. That one just hit really well Got through that. Sebastian Madden catching some barrels on the day.
Yes,
As
Sebastian.
he gets a hit there.
Now to the plate, Matias Alfaro, third baseman, senior. Matias looking to score the Warriors' first run.
Swings on that one and fouled back into the net. Pitcher comes set. Fires the pitch.
It's called strike.
Count is 0-2 and 0-2 now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. 2 runners on for the third baseman Alfaro, looking to get the Warriors on the board here. As the pitch comes.
A
Called
back pick
strike and
attempt.
back pick attempt not needed as Alfaro goes down looking to end the Warriors' 4th inning rally. 14-0 now going into the top of the 5th as it is now do or die for the Warriors. That one right about at the knees. Called strike by the umpire.
A little low. But the umpire at the end of the day has the final say in these high school college games.
Yep. As Sebastian Madden will now take the field.
Slater Sanchez produced 3 great innings for the Warriors, maintaining the lead by Yorba Linda, not letting it get too out of hand. But let's see if our Warriors can fight back here.
So Sanchez's day will be done as Madden comes up to the bump now for the Warriors. Yes, sir.
And what's your name?
Michael.
Michael. Is this going to be a soft interview?
Now coming to the plate, number 23, Drew Parmenter. First batter that Madden faces now as the pitch comes. Called strike. Oh, 1 here for Madden against Parmenter as that one is high.
Sebastian Madden, one of those pitchers who is a utility player. Sebastian could also do the catching behind the plate as well.
Fouled off there. Yeah, as you're saying, Madden, one of those really reliable guys that you can kind of count on to throw strikes and eat up some innings, be pretty successful. So Pearson and the Warriors calls on Madden now to take the 5th. As that one is fouled away. A little bit of an awkward swing there from Parmenter, but stays alive as it is still 1-2. Ball outside there as the count moves to 2-2. Two and two pitch on the way now as that one is down. Moves the count to 3-2. One of those important counts that really sets up the inning. Three-two pitch on the way. Swung on and popped up. Alfaro backing up there and drops that one as Parmenter gets to second base. Matias Alfaro, not usually one that drops that. However, going back on the ball, struggles to see that one in the sun. Bounces off his glove, giving Parmenter the chance to advance to second base.
Yeah, you know, runner on second here for the Yorba Mustangs. Let's see if our Warriors could get out of this. Madden here on the bump.
New batter in here. Number 9, I believe. Pickoff attempt. No one there covering. Parmenter doesn't dive back. Madden steps back onto the mound. Comes set. 0-0 pitch. Swung on and
Zach.
hit deep to right field. Zach Bloom ranging back. Parmenter tags. Fires into the cutoff. Pearson and Parmenter advances to third base now with 1 out on the inning.
Great catch by Zach Bloom there in right field. Able to get the ball in real quick.
Yeah. See that? Just got good barrel on the ball. Able to do his job and advance the runner there. As now coming in is number 3.
That is number 3, Josh Cervantes Jr. We have runner on third here. 1 out. Madden steps off.
Pitch on the way here. Swung on and lined into right field. Zach Bloom comes up on it. Fires to the cutoff. Jack Beislein who holds it. And the Mustangs tack on another here in the 5th.
The score is 15-0. Top of the 5th. 1 out here. Now batting number 21, Kyle Cooney, senior.
Madden looking in for a sign. Comes set and deals. Ball high as Matt McCackerin takes a look at first base. Tempted to throw over there.
Got to give some credit to Matthew McCracken. You know, he's been out there a long time, and he's still holding his own ground.
1-0 pitch. Swung on. Line to Garibay. And the runner returns safely, as that is out number 2 for the Warriors. As now number 8 comes up to the plate here for the Warriors, or for the Mustangs, excuse me. Luke Moyer coming up, number 8.
Pitch.
High and taken for a ball.
You know, it's never too late for rally time, just like the Angels, you know. Angels are known for their rallies. Let's see if our Warriors can implement it here in this game.
1-0 pitch. Called strike on the outer part of the plate.
Good framework by catcher McCracken there.
Count moves to 1-1. As Coach Pearson positions his defense where he wants them. Fires and swung on, fouled back by Moyer. And the count is now 1-2 with 2 outs. Madden gets the opportunity to end the inning right here. Comes set. 1-2 on the way.
It's high.
Taken high. As the count is now 2-2 with 2 outs here and 1 runner on. Here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yes. 2-2 the count. 2 outs, runner on first. Let's see if Madden can get out of this inning.
Fires the 2-2 pitch high. Moves the count to 3-2. With the full count here, probably going to see the runner in motion. Maybe a pick play to try and get the runner a little antsy since coming into the game. Runner, though, shortens up his lead. Sebs kicks, fires, called strike, and that gets the Warriors out of the inning with only 1 run of damage, as the Warriors are still down 15-0 going into the bottom of the 5th.
And it looks like Chandler Lieberman is coming up to the plate, so stay tuned for the bottom of the 5th. Chandler Lieberman already has 2 home runs on the year. He sure can hit for power, and
Yep.
he is pinch hitting here.
Yep, that bat he's using the select power. Actually, my bat that he purchased off me after I made the decision to stick to football. Yeah. Still owes me money, but it's okay because I love Chandler. And so he gets an opportunity here as the Warriors are down 15 in the bottom of the 5th.
That's his lucky bat, I guess.
Yep, Chandler leading the team, though, with 2 home runs. Looks to put another one on the stat cards and put the Warriors on the board here.
Chandler stepping into the plate. Takes ball high.
Ball high as the Mustangs also brought in a new pitcher, lefty.
That is number 32.
Ryan Song. Chandler takes ball 2 high from Song. Lefty-lefty matchup here. And let's see if Chandler can capitalize on that. Swung on,
There's
hit
a drive.
hard.
It is
Over his head. One hops, hits the wall. Chandler hustling into second base. And in there with a double.
That's that power we were talking about, Mikey, you know.
Able to get a hang of that one and hit it. One hops the wall. Comes to talk to Coach Pearson, give him his stuff, as Chandler maybe gives the Warriors a chance here in the 5th with that double.
Great hit by Chandler. Would love to see him start in that lineup, as he provides a great bat. Now batting number 12, junior Luke Domat.
Yeah, Luke Domat, another lefty. Ball taken down.
Luke Domat, one of those multi-sport athletes. You know, he plays football, wide receiver.
Yep, Domat actually first team all-leaguer this year, I believe. And looking to make that same impact here on the baseball team as he takes that ball down for ball number 2. 2-0 here with no outs in this bottom of the 5th inning.
Braden Hawkins on deck.
Go, Luke, right here. Base hit somewhere.
Domat stands in there. The pitch. Takes that off the elbow.
Little
And
rally
no
here.
reaction from Domat, showing the toughness that this Troy squad preaches. And now that rolls the lineup over as senior Braden Hawkins comes up to the plate. Get another look at that one. As that catches him in the tricep elbow area, one of those sensitive spots, but Domat showing no reaction. Tough football player.
Yes,
Gets
Domat.
on for the Warriors and rolls it over.
Now batting number 25, Braden Hawkins.
Hawkins with an opportunity here. First and second, no outs. As the fire pitch comes in, called strike.
That ball has some good movement. 12-6 motion there.
Yep, looked like a slider or a curveball there. Little bit of horizontal movement, and then obviously that vertical drop.
For sure. Same pitch.
Same pitch, same call, strike 2.
Hawkins 0-2. Let's see what Hawkins can do here. Let's put the ball in play here.
0-2 pitch here on the way.
Good eye.
Hawkins takes for a ball.
We have speed on the bases. At second base, Chandler Lieberman, and at first base, Luke Dolmas. So let's see if Hawkins can put a ball in play.
Swung on and fouled off as that one trickles away from the catcher.
On deck, we have sophomore shortstop Jaden Pearson. So let's see if Hawkins can get on and set the table for Pearson.
Yep, Hawkins doing a good job staying alive so far, extending the at bat and giving the Warriors a chance. Pitch to Hawkins, swung on, grounded to the third baseman, steps on the bag, fires across as he rolls the double play. Or excuse me.
He's off the bag. Apparently did not touch the third base bag, but did get the out at first.
Yep, umpire claims that third baseman Sharp did not get to the bag. Does get the out at first base. Umpire having a conversation here with the third baseman.
Let's see the replay here. Great job by Hawkins putting the ball in play.
Yep. Warriors get an opportunity here after that interesting call. As Pearson grounds that one. And they get the runner at third base trying to advance, or at second base trying to advance to third. Good heads-up play by the shortstop there. Good tag by the third baseman.
You can see Coach Pearson not too happy with Dolmack running to third. But nevertheless,
Jack Beisline up now. Takes that one off the elbow. Warriors were also able to get their first run of the game.
yes.
As the score is now 15-1 as Zach Bloom comes up to the plate with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Zach Bloom looking to make something happen right now.
Let's see if the first run on the board could give our Warriors that momentum that is needed in these high school games. The pitch
To Bloom, ball down. And we get a replay of Beisline. Just got him in the shoulder, or in the elbow, excuse me, off that elbow guard. Exactly the reason he wears that. Protect his body, keep him healthy, and also give him a little bit of confidence. Ball high taken from Bloom as the count moves to 2-0. Pitch high again.
3-0.
3-0 here for Bloom with McCackeren on deck.
I would take Mikey, knowing McCracken on deck and his Grand Slam history.
Yep, especially here late in games.
For sure.
And that's exactly what Bloom does, as that one will be ball number 4. And
Coach calls time and heads for a mound
your
visit.
Belinda coach coming out to talk to his pitcher. As both teams will meet now with time being called. And the Mustangs will call to the bullpen as that is Songs Day. And coming out now to the bump is number 16, I believe. Warriors talking about their game plan here as they get an opportunity with the bases loaded.
Yes, you see Coach Jose Nava making his way to the dugout talking.
Coach Pearson talking to the base runners and the on-deck hitter as McCackeren stands on the side, timing up the pitcher.
Yes, that is number 16,
Ethan Lee,
Ethan Lee.
senior, coming in relief of Song
Yes, yes.
as Song loads the bases. Lee will come in with 2 outs, looking to end the Warriors' rally here.
The Warriors already matched what Yorba Linda scored in the top half of the inning. Let's see if they can add on to that here with catcher McCracken up. You know, Matt, one of those kids who really loves baseball, you know, always putting in that work as a catcher and also as well as a hitter, so he could be that dual threat here on the field.
Yep, those dual threats, hard to come by in high levels of baseball, as just the toll of catching is often a lot, and so sometimes that hitting capability falls through the cracks, but not with McCackeren, as he has both, making himself a valuable asset to the Warrior squad.
For sure, like Shohei Ohtani on the Dodgers, you know, being able to play both ways is a gift.
Yeah, McCackeren looking to keep the RBI train alive, as he did hit a RBI single that was the Warriors' only run last game against Marina High School at Angel Stadium. Takes that pitch for a strike, as it is now 0-1.
Green light here from McCracken, a swing away. It's cut into that Mustang league.
Looking for something to hammer here, as he takes that one for a ball. 1-1 count. Big situation for McCacherin. Steps in. Pitcher comes set. Takes a look at the third base runner and fires home. McCacherin swings on that one, skies it to the second baseman. Coming over, makes the play, and ends the Warriors' rally as the Troy Warrior offense able to get one as we head to the top of the 6th. Warriors down 14 here as the Mustang offense comes up. Mateo Sauceda over there at first base, taking over for
Yes. Jack
Beislein, who moves over to third base. Mateo Sauceda, a familiar name to the Troy Omnia family,
For sure.
as he commentates for football mainly. Did a great job this past season and now gets his glory on the field.
And on the bump for our Warriors, Camden Jefferson, number 31. Love to see Camden Jefferson out here.
Yep, Jefferson, the junior, getting a chance here late in the game for the Warriors.
Yes. You know, his arm's almost like a slingshot when he releases the ball. It's crazy, and he has a great movement on the ball.
Yep, Jefferson has that long, lanky frame to him that really allows him to get down the mound and use his body to his advantage.
Yes. On the roster, he's listed at 6'3", the tallest on this Troy Warrior varsity squad. Also, some defensive substitutions. Braden Hawkins comes out of the game in replacement of junior Luke Dolmat out there in left. And in right, I believe that is Chandler Lieberman.
Yep, both Chandler and Dolmat getting pinch hit opportunities and staying in the game defensively here for the Warriors.
Throwdown, warm-ups coming to an end here. Let's see if Jefferson can put up a 0. Jefferson, one of those guys that was on the freshman team as a freshman and moved his way up the ladder, which we love to see, building his baseball confidence, you know. He's a sophomore. He was a sophomore on varsity, and this year is his junior season, and he looks to continue his success on varsity.
Yep, and now coming up to the plate for the Mustangs, number 17, Hayden Lippincott. Interesting last name, as that one's a ball high.
Top of the 6 is underway. Score 15-1, Yorba Linda Mustangs. Let's see if our Warriors could chip away here.
Pitch on the way, also high, as McCacherin is able to get that one, and the count is now 2-0. Two-0 pitch here for Jefferson, called strike. As the count moves to 2-1 here. Good job receiving that pitch by McCackron, making sure that that pitch that was a strike stays a strike. McCackron, one of those good catchers that's able to steal some pitches for his pitcher. You know that the staff appreciates that, as that one is strike number 2.
For sure.
Jefferson now 2-2 pitch.
McCracken gives the signs to Jefferson.
Comes set. And the pitch on the way. Outside for ball number 3.
Some action around the North Hills League today. Sonora is battling Sunny Hills currently, in which should be a good league matchup that will primarily affect the standings here in the North Hills League.
Jefferson fires home. And that's a ball high as Lippincott will walk.
As the league play is coming to a wrap soon, in about 2 to 3 weeks, it's important that our Warriors, you know, make a push if they want a chance at the CIF playoffs.
And now coming to the plate for the Mustangs is number 5, Barrett Claprud. The lefty here. Jefferson deals, ball high. Jefferson comes set, and the 1-0 pitch on the way. High as McCackron stands up to catch that one.
Good job by McCracken not letting the ball get away and letting the runner advance.
And the 2-0 on the way as Jefferson comes set. Fires. Called strike there by the umpire.
For those of you watching at home, stay tuned as our Warriors still have the bottom half of the 6th and 7th inning due up.
Two 2-1 pitch here on the way. High for ball number 3 as Claprud in a good spot against Jefferson. 3-1, just the count that most people hunt for as you have that green light and the strike to work with here as Camden fires home and walks Claprud.
No outs, runners on first and second. Camden looking to settle in here. Now batting for the Warriors, number 28.
Aiden Kovarubias, I believe.
He's a junior and he plays the infield, getting his chance here at the varsity level.
Jefferson fires with 2 runners on, called strike.
Strong pitch by Jefferson there. That arm coming around like a slingshot.
Oh, 1 pitch here for Jefferson as he checks the runner. Swung on and fouled back as the count moves to 0-2. Chance here for Jefferson. As Jefferson comes set now.
Camden delivers.
Fires home, ball high.
Close call. Could have went either way.
Hitting his spot, I believe, as McCackron was set up high. Sometimes, though, a ball exactly what the pitcher wants as he sets up a tunnel for some off-speed pitches coming back into the zone. Maybe we see something here as Jefferson checks the runner, fires home, swung on and fouled back.
Strong velo on that pitch from Jefferson. Very firm fastball with tons of movement. Let's see if Jefferson could punch this guy out here.
Jefferson comes set. Checks the runner and fires home. Ball high brings the count to 2-2 now. As the Mustang batter working himself back even as Jefferson looks in for a sign here. Still 2 runners on and no outs here in the in the top of the 6th.
Pitch.
Swung
on.
Hit well out into left field. Dolmat ranging back, hits the wall.
Gets it
Fires
in.
that one in as Pearson cuts it off, and that is a double for the Mustangs, bringing another run home as they re-extend their lead to 15.
Dolmat, all effort right there. You got to tip his cap to Dolmat, you know, not giving up even though the game may be lopsided. Dolmat's one of those guys who always puts his best foot forward in everything he does. Good effort.
Yep, Dolmat really hustling out there. Ended up hitting the wall after missing that one narrowly, but being back there, able to get to the ball quickly and keep the Mustangs to 1 run there.
Runner on 2nd and 3rd. Let's see if Jefferson can get out of this trouble. No outs here. The
Swung
ball's hit.
on. Back out to Dolmat again, who comes in on this one, catches it, fires it in. Beislein cuts it off as the Mustangs score another, and the Warriors get their first out of the inning. RBI there by number 10, Diego Chavez, the senior, on the sac fly, as number 23, Drew Parmenter, the senior infielder and pitcher, comes up to the plate.
Drew Parmenter has a sub-3 ERA, so pitcher hitting for himself here.
Pitch high. One and 0 here with a runner on 2nd as Jefferson comes set, fires home, ball down.
Here in the top half of the 6th inning, our Warriors looking to come back. Smell of the hot dogs and burgers up here in the booth, making us hungry. Ball.
As that one is fouled back into the teacher lot. And the count moves to 2-1.
2-1 on the count. Score 17-1 here. Let's see if our Warriors can hold this lead. Parmenter at the plate. Kick, steals, ball away outside.
Three-one pitch down as Jefferson walks Parmenter.
One out here. 17-1. Let's see if Jefferson could continue his success here.
Runners on 1st and 2nd now as number 9 comes up to the plate. Jefferson checks the runner and deals. Swung on and missed. Strike one for Jefferson. Warriors looking for a double play here to get themselves out of the inning and back up to bat. Already 2 runs scored so far in this top half of the 6th. Jefferson and the Warrior defense looking to hold them to just that.
Ball outside.
Count moves to 1-1.
It's good to see Omnia's very own Mateo Sauceda out there at first base. Love to see it. The pitch.
Called strike.
You know, Mateo Sauceda, one of arguably the best announcers here on Troy Omnia, you know.
Get a look at him there.
Yeah.
Over there at first base as the 1-2 on the way. And called a ball. I thought it was a strike up here in the booth. Some of the Warrior team members also agreed, but the umpire not thinking the same way as the count moves to 2-2. Jefferson comes set. And the pitch on the way. Swung on and missed.
By the hitter right there. Jefferson putting some heat on that one.
2 outs now in the inning as Jefferson looks to get the Warriors out of it and back up to the plate. Jefferson comes set and deals.
Strike.
Called strike. Oh, 1 for Jefferson. First and second still with 2 outs now as the 0-1 on the way. Called strike. Moves the count to 0-2. Jefferson doing a good job getting ahead right now. Moving the game along.
Yes, love to see it from Camden Jefferson.
As we are 0-2 now. Jefferson ahead. Fires low. 1-2 now. After that low pitch. Jefferson still ahead here.
Jefferson, one of those kids who aspires to play at the next level. You'd love to see that in these high school players.
Fires. Gets away from McCachran as the runners will advance. Just trickled through McCachran's legs there. As the count is now 2-2 with 2 runners on.
Let's see if Camden Jefferson could put number 3 away for Yorba before more damage is done.
2 runs already scored on the inning. As the 2-2 pitch. Oh, just out, the umpire says. Most of the crowd agreeing with the booth here that that was a strike. Umpire, again, not on the same page as the count is now 3-2.
Jefferson kicks, deals.
Swung on, fouled off. Number 3 doing a good job here, staying alive. Worked his way from an 0-2 count back to full and now battling with Jefferson here. See if Jefferson can get the Warriors out of the inning with this pitch that is down. Number 3 walks, loading the bases for the Mustangs.
Coach Pearson calls time for a mound visit to talk to Jefferson. No action in the bullpen, so probably just a little breather here for Jefferson getting out of this inning.
Warriors meet at the mound.
And it seems like they are changing pitchers here. Camden Jefferson moving out to right field, and it seems like number 11, Rylan Garibay, gets the ball for the Warriors. A zoom in here on Mateo Saceda. Mateo Saceda, nice first baseman's glove right there.
Yep, you know, I also played first base. Looking at that glove, taking a closer look. Really nice, you know, nice glove for a nice first baseman, for a nice man.
Yes, Mr. Saceda. In the outfield, we see Luke Domat, left field. You know, Luke Domat, one of the multi-sport athletes here on this Troy roster. Love to see him get his chance here. Mateo Saceda.
Garibay comes in with the bases loaded now and 2 outs. Looking to get the Warriors out of the inning and back into the dugout.
Score is 17-1 here. Garibay
Fires. Called strike on the check swing there by the Mustangs hitter. As Garibay gets ahead 0-1 with that one. Fires home. Ball high.
Chandler Lieberman in at second base, switched with the Camden Jefferson.
Yep, Garibay, who was at second, comes in to pitch. Jefferson goes out to right, and Chandler comes in from right to play second base. Ball outside there for Garibay, called ball as the count moves to 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back.
Out near the bullpen, right over the booth here at Troy High School.
Two and 2 count now with 2 outs. As Garibay comes set. 2 runs already scored this inning, looking to hold them to just that. Swung on and fouled back. Extends the at-bat. Two pitch on the way. Ball down. As the count moves to 3-2 with the bases loaded.
Ketchup and mustard.
3-2 on the way, and that one hits him. As Garibay hits the batter, and so another Mustang hitter comes up to the plate here as the Mustang lead is extended to 17 runs. 18-1 is the score here. As you see, that one gets him in the butt cheek hip area.
Now batting for the Mustangs, number 8 here.
Luke Moyer, I believe, is his name. As Garibay fires home. Ball down. One-0 pitch on the way here as Moyer swings through that one. Fouls it off. McCachran. Count moves to 1-1 with 2 outs here.
In honor of Braden Hawkins' favorite team, LA Angels, they are currently up 4-3 on top of the Yankees in the top of the 7th.
Garibay goes to the windup now. Fires home. Swung on. Fouled towards the first base side. Count moves to 1-2 here as Garibay gets another opportunity. This time at Moyer to get the Warriors out of the inning.
Garibay from the windup. Pickoff attempt.
Pickoff play hits Pearson's glove. Chandler there. Good backup. As Lieberman able to keep the runners where they are by being back there to stop the bobbled throw.
Great backup there by Lieberman. You know, coaches preach that. Always back up the pitcher.
Count remains 1-2 here as Garibay holds, starts the windup, fires home, ball down.
Ball down.
2-2 count. Two and two count now with 2 outs, and the bases loaded as Garibay comes to the plate, fires home, swung through, and Ryan Garibay gets the Warriors out of that one. Mustangs score 3 and go up 18-1 as the Warriors now coming up in the bottom of the 6th, needing some runs.
I see him. No, he's going into the dirt. I see him. I see him. Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm tracking him. He's in the dirt somewhere. He's back there. Yeah, I see him. Come on, come to the light. To the light.
Coming up to the plate now for the Warriors, leading off the bottom of the 6th, Sebastian Madden, junior utility guy. Pitched for the Warriors here in this one. Takes a ball outside.
Madden up ahead in a 1-0 count. Takes a ball high. Count goes to 2-0.
Madden looking to get on here. Get the Warriors a good start to this bottom of the 6th. Swung on, hit well. Out to center field. Caught. As that is out number 1.
And it is Omnia's very own Mateo Sauceda up next here.
Mateo Sauceda, favorite MLB team, the Los Angeles Angels. And so, special moment for him last game over there at Angel Stadium, likely, as he takes that one high for ball 1.
Mateo Sauceda here, digging in. Up in the count, 1-0. Sauceda.
Called strike down at the bottom of the zone there.
That's a ball. That's a ball. Replay that, replay that.
1-1 on the way. Strike 2 down at the bottom of the zone.
Want to see Sauceda here get on base.
Mateo Sauceda now down in the count. Goes into protect mode as he
Oh,
taps
nice.
that one.
He's got it, and he's safe.
And he's safe at first. Showed off the speed with that one and beat that out. Starts the inning for the Warriors.
Mr. Sauceda, that's what we like to see from Omnia. Here, behalf on Omnia, we love to see our own people get on base, you know?
Showed off the wheels there, barely beating that one out. Just tapped it down the line. Hard play for that third baseman coming up. And Sauceda able to get on to maybe start a rally for the Warriors. Swung on here as Garibay hits that one into shallow center field. Center fielder comes up, secures that one for the second out.
Garibay putting some nice contact. However, pops up to center field. Now pitch hitting for the Warriors here.
Logan Taylor coming back up to the plate.
Some confusion there in the dugout of who was batting, but Logan Taylor goes here without batting gloves, a rare sight here.
Pitcher comes set. Sauceda gets his lead at first. Taylor swings through that one for strike 1.
It's a great day here for baseball. The wind is kicking in. Just love to see it. League, high school, varsity game. I mean, these are the moments you wait for as a baseball player.
Taylor swings through that one for strike 2 as the count now drops to 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner on. Taylor winds up a little bit, chokes up on that bat, takes a ball high.
Taylor protecting here. Choking up on the bat.
Pitch fouled off. See that bat in his hand, really choked up on that. Trying to get a lot of control, just pepper that ball into the field of play. Stay alive as he takes that one for a ball down. Count moves to 2-2.
Taylor able to get some nice contact, and it falls in for a base hit.
Logan doing just his job there with 2 strikes. just peppering the ball the other way, finding some grass there as that one drops in for a hit. Not the hardest hit ball, but hitting the right spot. And that turns the lineup over for Braden Hawkins as he gets up now with runners on first and second and 2 outs.
Hawkins here, looking to do some damage.
And the pitch taken high.
Hawkins, one of those team captains here. You love his leadership on and off the field, always putting in that extra work in the cages after and before practice. Love to see it from here.
Ball down as the catcher Moyer smothers that one. Keeps the Warrior base runners at bay. 2-0 here for Hawkins. Way ahead in the count as swings on that one. Grounds it past a diving third baseman. Pearson holds up Sauceda at third base. As now the sophomore shortstop, Jaden Pearson, gets an opportunity to drive some runs in.
For sure, the table is set here for shortstop Jaden Pearson.
Mateo Sauceda now only 90 feet away from scoring. See Braden Hawkins hit it well enough to get it through right there. Just, again, one of those hits right in the right spot. Able to get on there.
Let's see if Pearson could add to the Warriors' score.
Swung on, grounded to the second baseman, flips to Sharp. And that is out number 3 as the Warriors get none there with the bases loaded.
Top of the 7th we go. Mateo Sauceda unable to score, but still remains in the game at first base. As you can see, Mateo Sauceda there.
Was able to start what could have been a rally for the Warriors.
Yes, receiving his hat anytime soon. Currently does not have a hat on. As you
Bro, Mateo's watching this broadcast, bro.
Logan Taylor now on the mound for the Warriors.
Logan Taylor, one of those hard-throwing players. Taylor is very strong.
That was a great shot of Mateo. Come on, get him another ball. Yeah, look at that toss. Wait, this is a great shot. This is a great shot. Come on, let him get another ball. Let him get another ball. Watch this. Watch this. Catch. Toss.
Top of the 7th here for the Warriors as we officially hit the 6 o'clock mark. Warriors looking to hold the Mustangs here and possibly muster up a rally with their final 3 outs.
For sure, you know, in these high school games, anything's possible. So hopefully our Warriors could rally up and muster these runs in.
Pitch on the way here. Strike in there from Taylor as the count is 0-1. 0-1 pitch here. Swung on, grounded over, and missed by Garibay.
Garibay there. Coach Steve's favorite words. Gain ground there. Garibay unable to do that, but the ball was hit really hard, so that is a very tough play.
Not a base hit there. As likely scored an E4. The Mustang hitter gets on, bringing up number 5. Taylor checks the runner, comes set, fires home. Offered at, but taken for a ball.
Good slide step by Logan Taylor there, trying to keep that runner honest there at first base.
One 0 pitch on the way. Swung on and lined into left field for the left fielder, Mason Avey. Thrown in and cut off by Garibay.
Good catch by Mason Avey. Love to see it.
Runner staying at first there. Staying close to lovely Mateo Saucedo.
Mr. Saucedo holding his runner there.
One out here in the top of the 7th. Taylor fires for a strike.
Count 0-1 here on number 28 for the Yorba Mustangs.
Pitch on the way, swung on, grounded to the second baseman. 6-3, safe at first base. Nearly a double play, but that runner on his way to first, able to beat it out as number 25, Vaughn Sharp, comes to the plate.
Good play there, trying to turn a 6-4-3 double play. Excuse me, 4-6-3. As that ball was hit to second baseman number 11, Rylan Garibay.
Vaughn Sharp comes up to the plate now. Power on power duel as that one is popped up and put away by Omnia's own Mateo Saucedo. Warriors down to their final 3 outs now as they come up in the bottom of the 7th, down 17.
Entering the bottom half of the 7th inning here. Troy down. Let's see if they could get some runners on the base and get momentum going into next game. Although it ain't over until the final whistle here, final out. Due up is senior Jack Beislein, followed by Zachary Bloom.
Yep, Warriors get 3, 4, 5 in their lineup. Kind of the meat of the order, right where you want to be for the Warriors.
Hopefully,
as they need 17 here.
Hopefully we could see some energy in that dugout, as it's been relatively quiet, but energy goes a long way. Let's see if our Warriors can make a rally here.
Beislein comes up here, leading off the bottom of the 7th. Ball taken down by Beislein. called strike there on the down and outside part of the plate.
Part of this Warriors offense here, 2, 3, and 4.
Grounded there to first base. Baseline, hustling down, put away. Out number 1 there for the Mustangs as sophomore Zach Bloom hitting in the 4 spot comes up for the Warriors. Zach Bloom stands in as that one is taken for a ball. 1-0 count here with 1 out. Warriors down to their final 2. As the 1-0 in there has a ball. Zach Bloom looking for something to hit hard. Doesn't like that one. That's called for a strike. As the count is now 2-1 with 1 out. 2-1 pitch on the way. Ball outside, moves the count to 3-1 here. Zach Bloom looking to get on base by any means necessary. Whether that be a walk or a hit. Swings at that one, lines that one, and that is down for a base hit. Single for Zach Bloom.
Great piece of hitting there from Zach Bloom, sliced away from that outfielder, able to drop it in.
Yep, Zach Bloom moves the lineup on 2, gets catcher Matt McCacherin up.
Let's see if Matt McCracken could unleash his power here.
Ball down. Skips away a little bit, but Zach Bloom not running there at first base. 1-0.
Zach Bloom there on first.
Ball 2 for McCacherin.
Zach Bloom taking his lead off.
Fouled off by McCacherin. Zach Bloom standing over there at first base.
The pitch. Ball outside.
3-1 count now for McCacherin. Sebastian Madden waiting on deck.
Yes, Sebastian Madden has had some success in this game here. Let's see if Matt McCracken, hitters count here, 3-1. Let's see if he could get on base. Zach Bloom with the lead on first base.
Swung
Fouls off.
on and fouled off by McCacherin.
And does not hit a car, luckily. Zach taking his lead at first.
Zach Bloom staying nice and close. 3-2 count here for McCacherin. Taken for a ball as McCacherin walks, sending Zach Bloom to second base as Sebastian Madden now comes up to the plate with Mateo Sauceda looming in the on-deck circle.
Mateo Sauceda warming up there. There we see him in the on-deck circle.
Pitcher comes set. Checks over as Zach Bloom fires home. That one gets away from the catcher. Skips right back into his hands, and Zach Bloom slides into third safely, showing off the speed and athleticism.
Great lead by Zach Bloom, able to get a great jump on the ball.
Both the runners advance there on that pass ball. And so Sebastian Madden gets an opportunity with one out. Takes that one for ball number 2, down and outside.
Let's see if Madden can get on first. We have power hitter Mateo Sauceda up next. Pass ball.
Another pass ball. Zach Bloom thought about going, but holding up there, confident in the rest of the lineup. And so the count moves to 3-0 here for Sebastian Madden.
One gone here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Last chance for our Warriors to get some runs on the board.
Pitchers come set as the 3-0 pitch on the way. Ball 4, bringing up Mateo Sauceda with the bases loaded. And an opportunity to capitalize for the Warriors.
Bases loaded. Mr. Mateo Sauceda, favorite MLB team, the LA Angels. Quick update on the Angels score. It is 4-3, top of the 9th. They are on top of the New York Yankees currently.
Yorba head coach comes out, talk to his pitcher. Might see a call to the bullpen here as the Mustangs pitcher struggled a little bit.
Mateo Sauceda looking to add to this Warriors lead. Troy being down, Mateo looks to add some runs. On first base, we have Sebastian Madden. At second, Matthew McCracken. And at third, Zach Bloom. Let's see if Mateo can drive them in.
Mustangs pitcher stays in the game, so Sauceda gets an opportunity with a familiar arm now. And one out. Taken outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Mateo Sauceda.
1-0 pitch called a strike.
That looked outside.
And the count moves to 1-1 here with one out. And the bases loaded. Only thing Mateo Sauceda can't do here is ground into a double play as that one gets away from the catcher. Zach Bloom, though, not advancing to score, confident in the skill set of Sauceda. Mateo stands in, ready to capitalize on an opportunity.
Sauceda.
Pitch comes, swung on, missed.
Sauceda.
As the count is now 2-2 here with one out.
Let's see if Mateo could get some action here.
2-2 pitch on the way.
Ball.
As that's down, moving the count to 3-2 here. Sauceda works it full.
Sauceda got the drip on with the batting gloves and the nice bat. Love to see it from these athletes.
3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit in the shallow. Ball hit into shallow right field. Second baseman ranges back to catch it. Almost catches McCackrin at second base. Now coming up is Ryan Garibay, number 11.
Sophomore transfer from La Serna High School in Whittier here. Let's see if he could do something for our Warriors.
Down to their final out now. Garibay stands in as one of the Warriors' last hopes. Called strike there. Oh, 1 pitch, hit foul into the parking lot. As Garibay goes down 0-2 with 2 outs and the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 7th with a chance.
And the pitch.
Swung on
Swung
and
on and
missed as the catcher steps on home plate, and that is the game. Warriors lose to the Yorba Mustangs 17-1.
On behalf of Omnia's crew, we would like to thank the administration, athletic director Bloom, and all the Troy faculty that helped us put together this baseball varsity game here against the Yorba Linda Mustangs.
On top of that, we'd like to thank you guys for watching, and we hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week. We are Troy Omnia, and we thank you for watching.
Thank you.